Hey guys, welcome to the Reds Project. As you can see, XG is on the hoist because a little dyno session the other day didn't go to plan. It looks like I've lifted one or both of the cylinder heads, or at least got a cylinder head issue. So I'm not going to bore you too much with theory and like what I think went wrong and like what I've found out and all this sort of stuff. I'm just going to set up a time lapse. We're going to rip these heads off, assess the damage, and then probably at the end of the video I'm going to do a theory and conclusions and kind of what led to this. Like, it's mainly human error, obviously, but yeah, why it happened and what I have to do to fix it. So I'll set up the camera, we'll rip these heads off and see what it looks like inside. These heads off. This one should be the better one. That one is the one that's hurt more. So let's see what we got. Everything seems fine so far. Hopefully it's not throwaway. All right, I got the heads off. You can see we're all pulled apart there. Everything's laid out over here. Have a look how nice they look. There's definitely some water getting into the oil. Now, strangely, everything looks pretty good. Now, I'm gonna put a quick video up for you. The following morning, I filled it with water, put the pressure tester on it, pulled all the plugs out, and water was flowing out number one cylinder really, really bad. I took the pressure tester off it, cranked the motor over. Water also came out of number 3 plug hole and number 8 plug hole. And the rate it was coming out of number 1 cylinder, I thought for sure something really bad had happened. Like I torched the head or torched the block, or like there was a chunk of gasket missing, or something was cracked, or something was really, really bad. Everything looks pretty good. So I've had a good look at it. Head block looks good, gasket looks pretty normal. Normally when you blow a head gasket, there's signs that it's leaking in this area, it's going from the combustion to this gallery, or it's going from here to here. And I can't really see anything. All the head bolts look the same length. A couple of them felt a bit, let's say, not as tight undoing. So, I don't know, maybe that was it. Maybe the head just didn't have enough tension. Everything seems okay. So, yeah, I'm not 100% sure. What I'm going to do, I'm going to walk away for a bit, have some lunch, go do something else for a little bit, come back, double check over everything, just to make sure I haven't missed anything, and work out what I'm going to do next. All right, I am back. I had a very long lunch, went and did some housework and washing and boring crap. Been out here for a couple hours and I found the problem, and it is not what I expected at all. My prediction was it was a head gasket issue. I lifted a head or torched a block or had a head gasket go bad, whatever. It wasn't that. Deck surface is perfect. The surface on the heads is perfect. Gaskets were perfect. Nothing was cracked, everything was fine. So I was scratching my head for a little bit. I was going over the heads with a torch really finely, trying to find something, and I found it. It was pinholes in the exhaust ports. So our 3 trouble cylinders, number 1, number 3, number 8. In the exhaust ports of those cylinders, there's tiny little pinholes that go through into the water gallery. Now that's because these heads have been CNC ported, so they've been like hogged out. They're like, the walls are thinner than that. There must be a really thin part on that side there, and when we've hit it with nitrous a couple times, even though last dyno session went problem free, this time it's either burnt through or pushed through from the temperature and the heat and the pressure and all that sort of stuff. But 3 cylinders. I'm going to put a photo up. It's very hard to see with the camera, but I've got a couple photos. One of them, cylinder number 3, it's a hole. You can see a hole. If you get a torch on the deck surface of the head and shine it in just the right spot, you can see light coming through it. So it's a hole. The other ones look more like little pinholes or cracks or whatever, but number 3 is definitely a hole. So, not sure where we're going from here. Those heads are now throwaway. I've got a spare pair of stock heads. I don't really want to put stock heads on it. I would like ported heads. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to ring the place tomorrow that did the porting on the heads and see what they have to say. I'll be nice and polite to them, and they're pretty good people, so hopefully we can work something out. Maybe even if I can get a stock pair of heads out of them. I don't really want their porting program in a set of heads on my car. I don't want this to happen again. Yeah, I was hoping just to get this back together pretty quickly. So I'm not going to say much because until I talk to them, work out what's going on, and see what other places like Higgins and stuff, how far behind they are, or Pavtech, there's a few places that do it, and see what the story is. And yeah, hopefully we get this thing back together. It might be a good time to put some better heads on it. Maybe get some 243s or something. That would be nice. Anyway, that's all I got time for. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.